A heinous crime that's changed the South African history. A revered liberation leader killed during the democratic negotiations. And the killer, a Polish immigrant, Janusz Walus, who was opposed to communism. However, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in South Africa did not grant him amnesty for failing to do full disclosure when asking for amnesty. For years he had been in court for parole. Now the highest court in the country has ruled that he be released on parole. There are questions whether he will opt to stay in South Africa or he will return to Poland. His release is expected to include tough parole conditions, as it been done with other cases. There's to be clarity also in his current citizenship, which is likely to pose challenges for correctional services when they process parole conditions. The British newspaper The Observer has reported it has spoken to his daughter, whom he left behind in Poland with his mother. She told the media that she'll receive funds to support his father's appeals, but not from fascist or neo-Nazi organizations. There are two options facing the department.
One is to immediately deport him once he is let out on parole. That's the one option, obviously a cheaper option, and the one that disposes of the problem immediately. He will be sent back to Poland. He is a Polish citizen, and remember, his South African citizenship has been revoked in 2017. So for all due purposes, we can send him back immediately. The second option is obviously to ensure that there are certain strict parole conditions for his release.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has also weighed in on this matter.
The judgment on Walus, it is disappointing, I must say, very, very disappointing, because Chris Hani was an iconic figure in our struggle. And in fact, if you look at it more carefully, it was our democracy in the end, as we even attained an election date, was pivoted on the tragedy that our country went through when Chris Hani was killed.
There is no word from the Polish government, Walus's home country. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.